I guess I'm live. I don't know. They changed something again. So, who know? Hi, I'm Marge. I'm a Helka. I'm an empath, and I use stupid YouTube, and it's retarded and dumb, and the programmers are all strung out on Adderall, I think, and Ritalin and stuff because they freaking update their shit like every week, but every week it gets less and less user friendly. The human computer interface is just ridiculous. They updated something again. And now there's you once you start streaming in the OBS software, because I use an Apple Macintosh computer, and they took away the start and stop button. So I don't have any, and it says live and the counter's clicking, but there's no stop. So do I just close the window to end? I mean, it's like people aren't stupid, but you treat us like we're dumb, and then people like me don't even want to use the shit anymore because it's so ridiculous. I mean, it's always something. I hate big companies. Where are all the where's all the inventions? Where's all the ingenuity that I'm supposed to be hearing about? I'm starting to get frustrated. And just think it's another wave of bullshit. Just, people have been trying to have spiritual awakening since fucking. Yeah, I cuss here because I'm a goddamn adult. I'm a 46-year-old woman, and I was in the Air Force, and I have had a lot of life experience, gone through a lot of stuff. When you go through a lot of stuff. And as a matter of fact, here's a rule of thumb that I come in to find out. Those people that like to say, don't cuss, they're all the control freaks. Anybody that tries to modify your behavior and tries to get you to at all be less of who you are, control freak, no viber. Might as well be freaking doing kids and drinking blood. Get out of my face. Because that mentality is what leads to that behavior. I never had a Twitter account. Oh, I did, but I think I did one twat and I got blocked, banned, whatever. It's not my bag. That's why I call it Twitter. It's like Dropbox. It's like a very gross, dark, dingy, incestual place that people go. It's like the dark web. It's where just the fragments of society go and just spew their blah. So I don't really mind. Facebook's the same way. Facebook's the same way. But Facebook's gonna. Well, there's gonna be a world without Facebook. Hope you're gonna be okay with that. It's not gonna be around forever. Yeah, they updated something. It's not. I can't. They fixed something. So they're always fixing something, aren't they? Man, when I was in the Air Force, I would just say, because I had to support in those freaking bumbling buffoons, the crew chiefs. I just always say, it's amazing these planes got off the ground. Amazing. So that just lets me know. When I was in the Air Force, that puts me at the top of the knowing of how much crap is perpetuated and slammed into the vein of society. Nonsense. It's all pageantry and for show. They all are. It's all pageantry. That's all freaking military officers are. They're just so weird and freaking odd that the drama kids didn't even want to hang out with them. So they went and started their own club and started bullying people and just taking all of our money to do it. So I did look on Twitter today, though, because I wanted to see what was trending, because in I think it was InstaSnap, somebody posted something about Clinton being a Geppetto, and I went and looked, and I didn't see anything of the sort. I don't see anything of any like that I see happening in the world on the main. It's just all still covered up. It's just, but we don't always get to see the justice, I guess. I just want them all to get freaking just called to the carpet. I just want all the creeps to get called to the carpet. Ellen's backpedaling. She's backpedaling in a big way. I'm telling you, man, if you get any people's charts, because all the signs have the same verbatim characteristics. light and shadow parts. So if you know somebody's an Aquarius, you kind of got, and you know, and if you know like their time of birth, you got a freaking imprint of who they are. You got a freaking divine a map to who they are. And if they're living from ego or spirit, I mean, people can be manipulated. All words are. That was cool today. You know, that people are coming out with that is that words are just freaking intentions. They're just little spells. Word whimsy. That's why people get that's why movies like Roxanne did well, you know? Cuz you appeal to somebody with words the way they like to be appealed to, and then they'll be with you for and do whatever you want forever and all time. The thing of it is, if you're not too careful with that, there's karma to come with that because you're manipulating. That's why love spells, all that shit, it's bad. It's bad juju, man. It's bad. You can't mess with people's free will. You can't. It's so bad. Oh, it's so bad. And people don't get it. They just play, you know? All this stuff. I'm I'm a prude. You know, I've always been a prude. I've always been monogamous. I've always been a one person. And I like females. They're softer. They smell better. There's so many. Fucking hairy asses, man. Oh, Jesus Christ. It's amazing society has gone on as long as it has. Thank you for the procreators. It's not for me to do in this incarnate. I came out cesarean. Heyoka, it's always something weird with Heyoka. A lot of us are breech. I just came out, I was 10 months and I was only 6 pounds, 4 ounces. I didn't want to come out. I was this little scared little bean. That was just mad. Just had all this energy, just passion, just coming out, flashing on the 34th parallel. And then I had the Chiron and Aries, so I have the orphan with orphan syndrome. So mom had it. You know what they did to her? Ask around if your grandparents, parents, how come there's not ever any lawsuits for that? Because my mom got straight up mutilated when I was born. Because what happened was, it was 1974, and they did a cesarean. My brother was cesarean too, because she's a tiny lady. But when they took me, she never consented. She didn't want. She just thought she was having a baby. But when they went in, they cut half of her uterus in half and took out one of her uterus. I wonder what they did with all those eggs in one of her uterus. And what that did is that created a great imbalance in her. And every month, when the natural course of her womanhood would activate and they would speak, it didn't have anything to hit because they stole it. So that created a very, very, very bad cognitive dissonance in her. Straight up. So every couple of years, she'd pressure, life, stress, emotional, physical abuse. She'd crack. She'd go into periods of psychosis, and then we'd end up getting up in the middle of the night and having to bug out because they were after us. You know, so, and there were instances that we were taken by people of my own relation without permission. You know, people, it doesn't matter if you're related to people or not. People have not the best intentions. They might think that they have the best intentions for you, but if their intentions are for themselves first, to make themselves feel better first, they are not for you. No. When people do things to make themselves feel better at night, I sleep pretty good, but that's because I meditate today got to go about 2 hours. It was totally needed. I haven't had a freaking energetic slate clearing like that in a while. I needed it. And I woke up and then there was a package, so that was cool. And I took Benny, and his ears were getting better for his ears, so, you know. But, I mean, this energy ain't no joke, and if people don't know what energy is and frequency is and vibrations are, people don't understand that these thoughts that you're thinking that you've never ever thought before, in a lot of senses, they're not your thoughts. We're just all radio receivers picking up on frequency. All of us are. So a lot of us, and you live in a big city, I live in craptastic. Frickin' the capital. Frickin' Salem, Oregon. This place is just a vibrational frickin' cesspool. Ugh. And so are all the cities across the 45th parallel around the whole world. There's a lot going on because we're halfway in between the North Pole, that was reported last, and the equator. So you're picking up on the energy of everybody around you. So you got to clear your energy field. You got to stand outside in the dirt. You got to get out and under the trees. You got to go hug the freaking trees and lay in the grass, and the birds will come visit and they'll start singing, and the squirrels will start coming in, the butterflies, and then you start feeling better, and you start breathing easier, and all of a sudden that density, that weight that people get from just life, from just hearing about just bad stuff, just stuff that makes you feel bad, that just weighs you down. Oh my gosh, the stuff that people share with their friends because they care. It's hard. It's taxing for us sensitive types, and everybody's getting more sensitive. You cannot live on this earth in this incarnation. Dude, we're in history. We're not going to be in history books. We're going to be in our current times of like the Bible, of the things that are happening now in this life right now. This change, because we always, every single time, because now we have a chance with all of our same freak tribe significantly placed all over the earth, and we've connected here. Kijin, don't drink the Kool-Aid. Everybody, these channels are going, poof. I'll stay little. I don't need that kind of press. Oh, my tiny tube. My tube is for the teachers. So if you're here to teach. And then you're here to teach me how to keep teaching. And just rest assured that anything that I do here, or if I say, recommend for people to do, I'm never going to recommend anything ever in life that I've never done myself or I wouldn't do myself. So welcome to the tribe, folks. Welcome to the new earth. We have a chance to have heaven on earth. All we have to do is get past this last little freaking hump of control. And if there is a bust, November 3rd, which I have a feeling there's going to be a bust. I know that date people are not going to know. The thing of it is there's so much rest, I don't think it's going to matter who wins. I think there's just going to be combustion. Because we have a chance to live from spirit, and people, more than 51% of the people on the planet continue to consciously choose to live from ego. So they sold their soul. Why can't you sell it back? Buy it back. Why can't you get your soul back? Is that what happens if you sell it, it's gone forever? I don't believe that. I think everyone can do a 180. Everyone can stop acting in no vibrational, freaking opportunistic, elitist, maniacal, creepy, disgusting, people-eating, kid-doing fucking ways. And then making us pay for it all. And then locking people up for saying that people are crazy for saying that when the proof is... Because kids, adults, digital warriors of all ages, they're all coming together. They're saying, oh, they do this on video games, but this happens in real life. They do. And I know the truths are going to reveal. I'm just impatient. That 17-year-old kid, man. I wish I need to look that kid up. He's got all those big names. He was in their IMs, man. He was in their IMs. If he's sending stuff from his account, he's in their IMs. And they always got switching locks and stuff. They always got insurance. It's not just one kid. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. They're doing it. So what about all that? What about all that facial recognition now? How do you recognize people now? They're doing it. The digital warriors, man. See, I ain't a hacker because there's karma. But people are easy to read. So I'm not gonna like see, and when they come up with passwords and stuff like that, they're just like searches like gazillion. I used to watch war games. I know how it works. Still works the same principles. They just got, Anyway, heck, we pay for the freaking government to spy on us. Operation Looking Glass. Wrecky. That's the mission. I just flew around listening to people's conversations all day. That's all they do. I'm like, I thought they couldn't do that. Oh, we're the government. We can't. It's for everybody's own protection. It's for your own protection. I've literally been put in handcuffs. And then I rolled my ankle and fell on my face, and then the cops on both sides of me just said... One was a dyke bitch, even. See, I don't discriminate. I know what they are. When freaking women are so far unbalanced and they're masculine, they're just as freaking... Look at... That's what Max happened to... Oh, what's her name? Epstein's... was her bitch, I think. I think Epstein was her bitch. But, they all just... It's just all a club. We just all get to pay for it. That's all. It's just... We just pay for it. With our spirit and our souls and our flesh and our bodies. It's changing. It's changing. It is. People are coming into their spirit, and they're just... And all you have to do... Okay. This is how it works. I'm gonna break some stuff down in the shell of a net. Every system has codes. Every system has little catchphrases, slangs. Everything in life does, right? It's what you're aligned with. Okay? Has different speak and language and all this stuff. Okay? So if you're into the freaky deaky stuff, yeah. Absolutely. Go to Voodoo Donuts, and I guess they went private. I don't know. I didn't see any verification on that. Somebody said that. But look at all their logos. It's the same ones on all the FBI channels and stuff like that. Look at the Bing logo. Look at Bing. Go to Bing. Follow the lines in the Bing logo. Because it's not Google. Follow the lines in the Bing logo. It's a triangle. It'll go out to be a triangle. The one on the FBI thing. And that dude's a creepy creep too. All the creepy creeps are being figured out. All the freaking people I knew were freaking creeps. They're all being figured out for being creepertons. And it's really cool because it's always about the kids. I was one of those kids that it should have been about, but I fell through the cracks. But that's alright, because some of us need to fall through the cracks. Because we got to help pull the other people out too. The people that, they got hurt in the same ways, in the same matters, that lost aspects of themselves that need to come. Now it's the time that all aspects all of our collective consciousness is coming together. We're all starting to think in a more positive way to benefit everybody, because everybody's raising in vibe, and Jesus Christ is a frequency. He ain't a dude no more. When people take their last breath, their spirit goes out, and when their spirit is out, it's all access, So osmosis, freaking call it time travel, call it osmosis, call it telepathy, call it all those magical metaphorical things that everybody is coming into. I have the ability of telekinesis. I get it from my mom. I have it, and I do it in videos, and I do it for people at the flower shop. I do it to people, at the laundromat. They're just like, whoa. Because I do it with the lighter, and it's the fluid inside, and it's the fluid in me. It's cooperation is nature's way. I learned it from watching a YouTube video. I saw a kid do it with a coconut, and I'm like, oh, a lighter's the same principle. Yeah, so start trying that stuff, I never could bend a spoon. But I freaking break stuff all the time, especially when I get like stuff around me breaks, man. It's like I can't get too excited. Technology freaking breaks. So I got to keep So I gotta meditate, man. I'm fire. I am all passion. And then you have the culprits, the control freaks, the no vibrational beings that are trying to take over with their creepy crawler, no feeling stuff. They're all freaking, they use that. You know, if someone's passionate and speaks out, oh, you're scary, you're a threat. Why? Because I'm excited about something? Because you've never seen someone excited, so you don't know how to handle it. So that's why I'm a threat, because you don't know how to handle your own feelings. Well, I'll tell you what. If you want me to help you handle your own feelings, I'd be glad to teach you to do that. But I am no threat. And don't let people put words into your mouth of what you are either. Ever. Ever. Especially with people who have vested ideas, you know. People got agendas. They want to put you in boxes and places and things like that, and categories. They want to make you look bad. You know? They want to discredit people. That's why I always talk about the crap that I do here, and the feelings that I have with anger that I work through every day. Because everybody has their, you know, their stuff. Everybody has their triggers. Everybody has their pains and hurts. And it's just like, when they build up so much, at what point, you know, is enough enough? And some people have a breaking point. And one of my rules in life is I haven't put my hands on a person out of anger or love without consent. I used to try and kiss girls when I was younger. Get drunk and be like, oh, she likes me. Nope. I was wrong. So now nobody likes me. That's all right. I'm kind of a lot. I'm kind of full force go all the time. So, but I'm getting older and I'm getting more mature. More and more people are maturing. They're settling down. They're coming into their spirit, you know, their balance. It's like, yeah, there's a place for that passion and stuff, but there's also a place for my spirit that needs to step forward more often than it had before. I think my connection is crapping out. So, oh, the chat's working. Oh, I know. I can't even type back in there. Oh, I know. Yeah, there's so many Aries people. Well, we are militant. But see, you know why I got out? Because I was like, you guys are soft. You people are freaking weak. Because it was always, people just got out of work. They never were at work. Like, how does nothing ever gets done? People are always on appointments. They always had a point. It wasn't what people thought it was, you know. It's not like freaking, once it was, they got way lazy. Their readiness is shit. Shit. I mean, look at the guard. Look at all them. They're supposed to be ones that are taking over here if there's something bad happen. But everybody's all out of shape. Everybody got soft. Everybody freaking grew in their abundance. You know, all the big ones are on the Fed side because they're all broed out. They got all the good drugs. They're the ones that are getting all this good steroids, and that just get to spend, you know, half their day on the clock at the gym because they're, you know, they're getting fit. Wonder how many of those guys are football players in the off season. They just have, you know, they're still working out and have to get their aggressions out. I'll do it. Wonder how many guys are there from the NFL and stuff like that are in the seats, streets beating up on kids that idolize them. I just think about stuff. I don't land on anything. My truth is all subjective as far as I'm concerned. It's all relative. So things that have been true to me my whole life has not been true for mainstream society. So people have to take truth with a grain of salt. But do believe that the egoic have lost their way and the demons have fallen, and people do sell their souls and they do things to honor that soul contract. And all of these, I mean, look at all this stuff, everything related to seance. Ceremony, either it's for good, I don't care if it's at a church or freaking, whatever, or a fraternity, they all have their seances, their darknesses. I wonder what they're drinking out of that cup, It's just all history and secrets, and that's why I think that secrets will always get people in trouble, and that's why we're in the Great Awakening, because there's no place for secrets anymore. No, because look what people get carried away, and then we have to pay for security to keep secrets, and it's like, your secrets are stupid. They only serve themselves. All the military is, it's a system, it's a club of freaking old white dudes playing chess. Hasn't the whole world seen Trading Places? It's that. Only they get big fucking guns and freaking airplanes and shit like that to do it in. Killing people is killing people. I don't care what the reason is. There's never a good enough reason to take another person's life. Especially when they've made it up. Baby bitch Bush. That guy's karma. If you want to see people getting their karma, a show where people get their karma, go watch Preacher. I am full aware that people get their karma. I just Scorpio moon, and I just like to see it a little bit more often. So, all in all, today's been a pretty good day. Mostly good stuff happened. It's all mostly good. Because it's all, I mean, even when things happen that startle me, that, put a ripple into my frequency. Right, see, because I'm a trauma kid. I've had a lot of trauma in my life that I've gotten through. So now when things happen, it doesn't matter if they're good or bad. That first initial data collection process of collecting information, it just takes me to a heightened state, and it takes me a minute to go like, okay, or not a minute, a second to acknowledge this is an emergent goal. This is a good. This is positive, not negative. And more people on this earth are having traumas. So you got to make allowances. That's how us beak are going to inherit the earth, man. You got to make the earth quiet for us. So no more fucking booms with your stupid fucking fireworks at the goddamn 4th of July. Because too many of us freaking don't like the loud booms, because it reminds us of freaking shit that we had to do because we were just doing our jobs. But you motherfuckers keep celebrating it like it's a big deal and like it's fun and cool, but we're over there killing people. For not really a lot of money. Unless you're an officer, then they pay themselves a lot. They always do. The people that don't do the work, the people that make up the rules, that never follow the rules, they always pay themselves exorbitant amounts because that's what egomaniacal fucktards do. So, I don't have a lot of friends being a Heyoka empath, but I am making connections. It's kind of cool. I have people, I talk to strangers all day. On Instagram and Facebook and here. I just talk to people I never met before. One day I hope to meet them in real life. I'd like to do see, because where I want to move to, it's a place that's real popular that people that vibe like me will travel to. Mount Shasta? Yeah, so people come visit, I'll come out and meet you on the trail. So I hope to... See, there's a lot of those Sedona types that go there. Sedona types. They ain't my freak. They ain't my same frequency. The people that like to travel around and I've in conference in Sedona. I used to be a part of conferences. International conferences. They're just money sucks, so egos can stand up and go, look at me! I'm so wonderful in all of the things I've ever done. And Heyoka's over here like, I'm an asshole and this is why. However, I don't have to live that way anymore. Because I recognize the shadow aspects of me. And from those, I choose to send into the light. Because anger, man, there's too many people on the dark side. The Jedis need more help. Yeah. I've always been a dreamer, fantasy, good, evil. I know it always existed. I just always thought it was weird that other people didn't see it in every single situation of their life. And I could see it plain as day, but I guess I'm a little more dialed in than a lot. So, jeez. Yeah, they are sick, and that's the thing, is just they just like they act like it's nothing right in front of our face. And like I was watching some stuff today and watching like, and I like these guys. I liked these actors. I grew up watching them. Like, so there's shows like, I mean, little, and it adds up. It adds up. It all adds up. It all adds up. All of it. You can't, the truth always comes out. It always comes out. That's why I don't lie. I try not to lie. I really try not to lie. I really try not to lie. I don't lie to save people's feelings at all. Nobody's ever lied to save my feelings, so I'm not gonna. I have, but not anymore. Not since I grew up. Because I understand that other people's feelings, it's their past too, and people are supposed to learn their lessons in this life, so I'm not gonna freaking step around, trick and save them from learning their lessons. Shit. So people are just have to be careful. My fiery energy, I'm just gotta be chill. I just gotta be chill. Because I'm a hothead, and there's other hotheads out there. And I'm getting too old to be getting tussling around with people. I don't want to be the 46-year-old lady getting into fights. I really don't want any of that. At all, ever. I'm trying to be a good example for people. The thing of it is people don't know how to use their words to express themselves, so they're going right to violence. And I know that. And every time I go to the laundromat, I just freaking, it's right at the end of the strip mall place, laundromat I go to. It's right at the end, and it's like freaking, and it's right next to like Jenny Craig. I just want to stand up front and be like, dude, give me $20 and I'll just tell you to keep this fucking spoon out of your mouth. Save you a lot of time. Here, get this app. It's Forks Over Knives. Or Forks Over Spoons. Anyway, make these recipes. You'll be fine. These people spend so much on some bullshit. Anyway, and then down in there's the gun shop in that high traffic area. Gun shop's high traffic area in Oregon, and you have all these trucks. You got all these big, stupid, freaking overpriced trucks that will just crumple like cans. They're so awful, and these people do not know how to drive them. I can tell because their mirrors are not even set up proper. That's the first thing I look at. I'm like, you got no... And they don't know how to drive them. And it's absurd. And I just have to keep my comments to myself. Because I drive a truck, but I know how to... I drive better backwards than most people drive forwards. I'm pretty good at that. I got a freaking... If anybody knows Offit, I got an ace in the welding shop under very, very crunchy conditions with other pieces of equipment in the corridor. And it took me 45 minutes, but I freaking did it. I'm like, no, I'm doing this. Everything is a puzzle. Marge! I used to get called into the office every Marge! Because I just... What? Everything just... I get mad, throw wrenches. Marge! It's never Airman nothing. It's always Marge. Fucking Marge. Just chill out, Marge. Well, people just did what they were supposed to do. Then I became the Toto. Isn't that funny? The Toto. I was Toto at Offit. It's the TODO. I was the Technical Order Distribution Officer. I handled all the instruction manuals because for every maintenance operation you have to go get the book and you have to have it open to the page, and if you don't and you get hurt, then you're gonna get in trouble and get a piece of paper that said you were naughty. But people are fucking murdering families and kids in freaking third world countries, and that's cool. It's so stupid. I'm like, man. And they're flying airplanes around all over the country playing golf. Look at the story of John Denver's dad. His dad was a general. When John Denver frickin' escaped to California from his father's control, his father frickin' took a jet. Just takes it military. That's what they all do. I'm gonna take a jet. I gotta go out to California and get my kid, bring him back home. He's being a fucking dumb hippie. Yeah. I mean, and we pay for it, and they say it all costs billions and millions of dollars for our own protection. And now the karma is coming back around because they all lied, and they all cheated, and they all stealed, and they all murdered, and they all pillaged, and they all did dirty things to make money, and there's no spirit in that. So, hi, Stacy. Hope the baby's getting big. I see so many babies on the feet on this. That's why I do these talks. Is because I see these babies that I got to make a world better for. So I got to talk my stuff to get people to go, no, oh, what? You don't, kids need to be kids forever, and you don't dress them up as dolls and put, yeah, like all that, tiaras and stuff. But that'll all come out with Hanks, with all his nastiness, what he's been up to. That guy's nasty. He's a bad man. That's okay, because he's Greece's problem now. So, thanks for hanging out. I don't know how to shut this video off. I guess I'm going to try to stop streaming. Hope it works. Stay positive. I'm going to go watch the, what have I been watching? The Ellen Page, the superhero, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I already don't know the name of it, so I'm not going to get it now. Once I get it, something stuck in my head, then it's bubbly boobly. But thanks for spending your time with me. Thanks for the support. Thanks for connecting. Thanks for sharing me. Thanks for... God, I think I'm up over 730 now. I've been doing this 3.5 years. March. I started before the Great Eclipse, so... I've been tracking stuff. So you go back and watch my old videos. I talk about stuff that's happening now. It's kind of cool. Because I just talk in potentials about how things could be. And, well, either people live mostly from spirit or ego, and they keep choosing your ego so far. But it's changing, I believe. I believe. You believe too? Look at my little standing turtle. Hope you have a rad evening. Peace.